In this week's episode, we say goodbye to a Disney Parks classic as the Main Street Electrical Parade ends yet again. It's okay, though, because October is here, so that means cooler weather and, of course, Halloween. Okay, I know we've already been celebrating for weeks already, but this is where it gets real, right? Diggs has a bunch of fat time news from downtown Disney to inside the parks, including some dreaded price increases. Also, Obi-Wan gets a director, Maleficent gets a preview, Galaxy's Edge gets a special, and more on this high-priced episode of the MousePIRE Podcast. I'm Anthony.
I'm Diggs.
Welcome to MousePIRE, your source for Star Wars, Disney, and everything in between. This is the podcast where both empires collide.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the MousePIRE Podcast.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
The apprentice lives.
What is this?
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one.
Think out me how to show up.
You never had a friend like me.
Some imagination, huh?
Made you look.
Happy New Year!
Already?
Oh, no, what?
No,
Wait.
no. Back it up.
No, that's not right. Backing it up. Beep, beep, beep. Happy October.
Yes, it's October 1st.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
The beginning of my favorite part of the year.
Time for some beer.
Oh.
Oktoberfest?
Yes.
I don't drink beer, but...
I don't drink beer either.
Okay, so we're not going to have beer.
Well, we could have cider.
Oh.
Hard cider.
Oh,
Would
well...
you drink a hard cider?
I don't... What's in it?
Hard cider. Fermented apples.
I'll have a little taste, maybe.
It's good.
Okay.
I don't know. You have kidney problems now. I don't know if you could have any alcohol.
Actually,
from all that alcohol you've drank your whole life, and now you have kidney problems. Not fair.
My doctor said
no, wait,
that.
that's liver. Never mind.
My doctor said that apples are good.
Oh, okay. So then it's fine. That's right. It's liver. You just liver.
My liver should be fine.
Your
I hope.
liver's fine, but your kidneys are need apples. So fermented apples should be better, right?
I have no idea.
Well, it's apple season now out here.
I thought it was duck season. Fire!
Because that was the time of year when we can go out to Oak Glen,
yes,
and get the apples and stuff.
You guys should always, or you guys should go over there at Oak Glen and get some apples.
Yeah, if you guys live anywhere in the old SoCal, or at least within driving distance of San Bernardino County, I always recommend to. I hadn't done it in years and years and years, and we went last year and got some stuff. And there's this one place called Snow Point, Snow
Cone.
They have donuts, fresh mini donuts.
Oh,
that
nice.
have the apple sugar sprinkled on them, so they taste like apple cider hot donuts.
Oh,
and they come out hot, and they give them to you hot.
Right.
They're like, it's really.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool things up there. A lot of cool stores and apple butter, apple jellies, apple this, apple that. So yeah, I like going up there. It's cool. It's fun, and
But yeah, that's we're it's here. That season is here. October is here. I know Halloween's kind of been here already, but now it's actually here.
Yes.
Because it's October. So, October. Let's get it going.
So, last month, okay, Friday, I went to the parks. Well, we thought that we were going to get, and I'm talking about we as in annual pass holders, we're going to get a sneak peek of Maleficent.
On Thursday, as have always been.
And we didn't. No announcement, no anything about it.
And you verified through channels that nothing happened,
I
but
put it
just
on,
wasn't announced?
I did not go on Fox News, though.
Oh.
But
Well, hashtag fake news.
Exactly. So, yes, there was no AP sneak peek of the sneak peek.
Well,
So, because I was going to go on that Thursday if there were, but nope, nothing. So I went on Friday, and we went to go check that out. It looks really good. The preview is really good. Of course, there's a big old one scene that you get, and that scene is really good. If you guys go check that out, I think it's funny because during the whole scene, I was thinking of Maleficent is basically she's trying to be quote unquote nice in this scene, and she's trying not to go ballistic basically, and of course at the end she does, so it's pretty cool.
so me around most stupid people.
Yes, exactly.
So I mean, there was no AP sneak peek, but guess on Monday got a big surprise. Because it was as if Monday was a holiday or something. It was very crowded for the last day of the Main Street Electrical Parade yesterday on Monday. But apparently yesterday, guests going to the sneak peek of Maleficent got treated to an appearance from star Ellie Fanning.
Guess what?
What?
I did not even hear about that.
Oh, you did not?
Not until you're telling me.
Yeah, so
I don't know where I was.
I don't know either.
I was watching football.
I don't know when. I think this was in the afternoon yesterday. But yeah, so yeah, that was
Wow, I did not even hear about that.
yeah, she had told me about it, and I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Wow, cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So-
That's obviously not the first time they've done something like that.
Right.
And I don't even think that's the first time that she's shown up.
Probably not. Probably not.
But I don't know, because then last time, I think you were there for Nutcracker when the star of that showed up.
Yeah.
So it's quite a common thing they've been doing. It's just really hard to tell when they're going to do it.
Yeah, they don't tell anyone that.
Yeah,
It
they don't
just
tell anybody
happens.
anything. Like the Tim Burton with
Oh,
Dumbo.
right.
Man.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, there was that.
Yeah, so go check out the sneak peek of Maleficent over in California Adventures, over at the Sunset Showcase Theater, and there's still a lot of people who don't know where that place is. And I say, look on the map, do some research if you don't know where it is. Only a big marquee out there.
If you don't know where it is, then you obviously don't listen to this podcast. And you obviously don't go to DCA.
I know.
Or pay attention to anything. Or read. Reading helps.
Reading Rainbow.
No fake news. LeVar Burton.
All right, so also on not Friday, I took a little trip to downtown Disney because I was going to go there the last time I was there, but I didn't get over there. And we went to go check out what was going on over there on the west side.
Yeah, so I heard you met up with your boo there.
Yeah, good old Sugar Boo. Oh, yeah, so I finally saw where Sugar Boo is. I haven't been down there since that opened or whatever. And yeah, it's right there next to Starbucks on the right side of Starbucks. So I saw the Sugar Boo, sent a picture to Anthony, and he said, "You're a Sugar Boo."
You didn't go outside and though the security and see if the soap place is still there, though, did you?
I did go look for the soap place.
Oh, did you go look for the soap place?
I did not go outside though.
Oh,
but when you go around the corner of Earl, where Earl's is,
right,
and you go around that corner,
you can see it.
You can see there's a big old fence. It's like a U.S. border fence.
Right, I know which fence you're talking about. Yeah,
and you can see the side or the store. So I'm like, oh, that's that soap place.
So close yet so far.
Of course, it didn't look busy at all.
It's like looking across the border to TJ.
I would not want to be in that spot at all.
No, I mean, because I don't even know how they've lasted this long.
I mean, the only traffic you're getting are people coming from
the hotel, or the only thing that's saving them is now that the old downtown Disney parking is closed. People coming from the new old downtown Disney parking have to walk by it.
Right.
That's the only thing that's probably saving them. Otherwise, I don't see how they would have even stayed. If the old downtown Disney parking was still being used, and they were only getting traffic from hotel people, I don't see how they would even be surviving.
Yeah, so we looked at that, and we were trying to figure out where that new place was going. What was it called?
The Asian street food.
Right. Don't see anything going on over there at the old Rainforest Cafe. Don't see any type of work going on in front of it or anything. What I was thinking, I mean, it could be going there. Maybe they're working inside. I don't know. But if it's not going to go there, I was thinking if you're right there facing Earl's and you go over to that wall, that fence, and you can see that soap place, there's actually a space right there that's closed. It's basically like behind Earl's.
So it was the other part of the travel company.
Right. So
they used to be over there.
So maybe you can go right next to Earl's since it's part of Earl's.
Well, then when it opens, we better try it before they have to close.
Well, this one you can go into.
Oh, okay.
This is before the fence.
Oh, it's on this side of the fence.
It's on this border, our border.
Oh, okay.
It's on our side of the border.
Okay. It's in the U.S.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can actually go around the corner and it's right there.
Okay. So it's more like Canada.
Baja California.
Oh.
So...
Bless you.
So anyway, yeah, maybe it's going to go there. I don't know. I don't see anything work going on in there, but the walls are all covered anyway, or the windows are covered in black,
okay.
Screens or whatever. So
well, I guess we'll see since we didn't really get a date on that.
Yeah.
I think they just said fall, or did they even say that?
I don't even remember.
Coming soon. Everything's always coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon, and then, okay, it's open.
Exactly. We're open late. We're opening late. So, we saw that. What else did we see? Nothing much, really. I think that's about it. I was looking for, checking to see where that was going.
Everything else is pretty much the same.
Yeah, everything's the same.
The last time you were there, you went to Black Taps, and that was the last thing to have open, open before that. So
yeah, that was, a while back. So, yeah, that's what's going on downtown Disney. They still have bands playing on the stage down there.
Right. I saw that Rob Dellinger's band, the Alpha Rhythm Kings, had played there, I think.
Maybe that was the band that was there on Friday.
Maybe. Is it like
big band?
Yeah, like a big bang? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see the name of the band, but yeah.
Did you notice if they still have all the decorations up on the pop-up Mickey thing, or they started taking all that shit down?
I didn't see anything over there. I kind of looked in that area, but I didn't see anything.
Like all the signage and stuff, if it's all still there, if they've already taken that down.
They probably took it down already.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Oh, and there is a brand new funnel cake little kiosk there.
Oh. Like one of the little stand-ups.
It's actually right next to the corn dog one, the Blue Ribbon corn dogs. That's another thing I was going over there to check out. And we passed by there. I'm like, okay, because I want to know where it was at. I heard about this new funnel cake place, but I didn't know where it was at. So I wanted to go over there and check it out. It's called the Funnel Cakery. And their funnel cake started.
I get it.
Their funnel cake started at $7 for a regular. They have the strawberry funnel cake that is, of course, strawberries and whipped cream. And that's $11. Oreo crumble is $10. They have a funnel pancake. It says powdered sugar, whipped cream, and a side of syrup for $7. They have donut holes served with a side of frosting for $6. And, of course, they have additional toppings if you want to add more toppings and all that. And, of course, the Coke drinks and water and all that. So, yeah, it's right next to the Blue Ribbon corn dogs right there in downtown Disney.
You haven't had a chance to try it, though?
No, I didn't.
Because obviously you know what my question's going to be.
What's your next question?
Well, it costs more than the ones in the park.
Oh.
Is it worth it?
Right.
Because, I mean, if you're going to pay for more than what a funnel cake is in the park, it better be damn well worth it. It should better be gold. And they better not have the whipped cream. They better be light on the whipped cream.
You're dumb. All right, well, the funnel cakes over there in the parks are actually $8.99.
Oh, they went up. Oh, I didn't know they were up that much now.
So,
there is one. The one that $10 one is then more than the parks.
Oh, right.
Well, I didn't know they had went up that much. Weren't they like $6.99?
I don't even know. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So, that's right there, like I said, next to the Blue Ribbon corn dogs in downtown Disney. And they still have food trucks out there. they only had 2 that night, and of course, they're probably gonna, of course, rotate different trucks out there and everything. But yeah, I mean, still happening spot in the west side of downtown Disney. So you guys go check that out and go get fat and have some food. Real quick, on that Friday, we also checked out the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Bye.
Wasn't planning on checking it out, but we were going on. I wanted to go over to like Frontierland from Matterhorn, or we're by Matterhorn, and we got caught up with the parade. And since the park closed at 11 and the parade was still going on, they weren't letting you cross over to Fantasyland. And they were being really anal about that. I was like they didn't want you crossing over. And also, as soon as the parade was over, they roped that whole area off, so you can't go into Fantasyland, knowing that you can go around into the castle and go through the castle and go that way if you wanted to anyway. But anyway, we're watching the parade. And it was kind of funny because while we were watching it, we hear the theme and everything, the floats are coming by, and all of a sudden, the sound went off on the speakers of the main theme of the parade, and we just heard the sound coming off the floats. So we were like, hey, where'd the music go? So I thought that was kind of funny. Like, oops, not even done yet, and it's already messing up with the music, the soundtrack. But yeah, we saw that on Friday, and yeah, well, it's as of now, it's already gone. Last day was Monday. Who knows? You never know. It might come back. I was there when it left back whatever year it was, and then when it left California Adventure, I was there, and when it left last time, I was there. I didn't go on Monday. I get to care anymore. I don't need to go. I want to go see it leave again. So, yeah, we'll probably see it again soon. All right, another thing going on we talked about is the new coming soon, the Bullseye parking lot. And they're actually still working on that. But they got some new signs out there now.
Taking long enough.
Yeah, they got a new Disney Parks parking sign that says now on right there on off of Catella and what's it called, Clementine. They have a new that new sign there. It says Disney Parks parking, and they also redid the sign over on Harbor and the Convention Center way, and it's the same sign. It says Disney Parks parking instead of saying, I think it just said parking or something. I don't forget what it used to say, but they changed it to Disney Parks now. So they got that going on. Still not sure when the new parking lot's going to open, but they're still. Oh, you know what? Because they're still working on the new bus loading area.
I'm sure at this point they're probably not in a huge hurry to have it done before November for Christmas time.
Right.
I'm sure that's probably. I mean, if they don't have it ready by now for Halloween, then you have to figure that they're shooting to have it ready for Christmas.
Yeah, I've been trying to get some information on that, on when they're going to open, and I still haven't had anything.
I mean, because crowds have been picking up a little bit, but it's still, I mean, for the most part, would you say it's still not really hugely crowded in the parks when you go?
It's been, well, this weekend was pretty busy. I went there on Friday, like I said, and I also went on Saturday. Figured it was busy because of the parade ending.
Right.
Everyone wants to come and check that out. But I've been hearing it's been getting a little bit busier and busier now. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they want it open for Christmas because, everyone's going to be coming for that. But, yeah, they're still building the bus loading area. That's what's going on. So if you guys park over in Toy Story and you see the construction, those the fences that are up, that's what they're building over there. That's the new way the buses are going to be loading. I think what's going to happen is the people who park off of Catella are actually going to go through. There's an opening in the brick wall. They're going to come in through that way to get on the bus. And that's why if you guys who park over there see that they're building on the Woody lot, that's probably why they're building in that area. So those people are going to come over from that area to get on the bus, to load on the bus. I've seen a couple of new little stations they've built with the awnings are going up. So it kind of looks pretty cool from what I've seen on Saturday. So yeah, that's what's going on over there. It's going to be probably open up by next month. We'll see if I can give a date. Of course, if I can find out a date, I will let everyone know. But that's the update on Bullseye. So like I said, I was there on Saturday. I got to go over there and hang out with Miles for a little bit. For the day, of course. His mom wanted to go and check out the parade. And while I was there, we were, doing what we do, going rides and stuff like that. And I happened to walk in off the page over there in DCA. And, hey, I saw those $600 headband ears.
Whoa.
From Heidi. I think her name is Heidi Klum. Is it Klum? No, not Klum. It's Klum. A little joke there because someone pronounced it as Klum. And when the person said, no, Klum, they wrote, no, it's Klum.
Clump? Clump?
The clumps. So anyway, yeah, I saw those $600 ears. I knew that they were being sold that day. She was there signing them over there, I believe, downtown Disney, right?
I don't know. Sure.
I think she was over there.
She was somewhere there.
Yeah, signing, or I don't know what she was signing. I mean, if I'm paying $600 for these ears, don't sign them. But she was signing something. Maybe the case they came in. I don't know. But yeah, I saw these. They're called Mini Tiara Headband. $600. One of those park ears that's coming out every once in a while, whatever it is. So hers debuted on Saturday. Someone said they were sold out. I'm like, oh, well, must be nice to have that money to, buy some ears. I don't know. I mean, I know people go to Disneyland and wear these ears. Do they actually wear them like I wear a hat every day? Do they wear them like that in public? I mean, if you're paying $600 for ears, you're gonna wear them, right?
Presumably.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you guys seen those pictures if you follow our Instagram and all that. I posted that up there. I thought it was interesting. Like I said, I wasn't even trying to look for them. We just walked in that store and I happened to see them. I'm like, oh, these are those ears. And like I mentioned, we were going on rides. And hey, guess what ride we went on?
Monsters After Dark.
Yep, we went on that. It was it was pretty cool. I like that ride. The having them change the theming at night is pretty cool. I think it starts at 5 o'clock. I believe it's 5 o'clock when that starts. If you guys want to go check out Monsters After Dark, it starts after 5. Oh, and real quick, the Maleficent preview starts at 6 o'clock at night. So during the day up until 6, it's the Mickey's Feel Hard Magic, and then 6 o'clock is when Maleficent starts.
Are you hungry? Well, they are. It's time for Fat Time in the Parks.
All right, so we already talked about some food, but we got a lot more fat time for that Diggs wants to talk about.
I tried that cake, the Halloween cake over at our plaza.
Oh, the chocolate cake with the colored
with the googly eyes.
Multicolored. It's looking at me.
It was looking at me. I haven't posted the picture of me and the cake yet. I will be posting that soon, and you can check out. We had a staring contest, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so it's the Monster Halloween Cake, chocolate cake with multicolored white chocolate mousse, finished with green buttercream, royal icing, eyes, and Halloween sprinkles. So, hey, the cake was really good. It was really moist, and the buttercream was really good. Would I get it again? Yes, I would get it again, but it was, let's say I came here to Anthony's house and he had that cake and I ate it, I would go back for seconds. If I could have went and got another piece, I would have, but the cake's like $6. I didn't really want to go spend another $6 on the cake again, but I was this close. Seriously, I was this close on going back and getting another piece of that cake. So, I definitely...
Once again, today's still only the first, and there's still at least...
a lot of cake.
That cake's going to be at least available for another 31 30 days.
There's a lot of cake left.
There is a lot of cake left, presumably.
Yeah, so
It's not a popcorn bucket.
there's a lot of other cakes they have there. They have a Halloween mini mouse cake, and then they have the chocolate coffee Yule log over at Plaza.
You're a Yule log.
Thank you.
Real quick before I forget, we told you guys about obviously about the new Cauldron popcorn bucket for APs. I don't know if you saw that they have unveiled their Cauldron popcorn bucket for Florida, and it's orange. So, another thing that if you want the complete set, or else it means that we're going to get the orange one next year, and they'll
There
get the
you
purple
go.
one.
There you go.
So, if you're a completist, you're going to have to go on eBay, or hopefully you know somebody who lives in Florida. Because,
You can always contact him.
Right.
All right, so before I got that cake, I mean, that was on the list. Cake was on the list. I was going to try this cake. I needed to try it. It looked so delicious. But before I can have cake, I needed to eat food. Cake is food. I agree with that.
You can have your cake, too.
Yeah. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go with the old corn dog. So I get in line, get up to the corn dog. I went to the corn dog wagon over there by Plaza, and I noticed that the corn dog price went up. It is now $9.79 from $9.29. So it went up 50 cents. And I was like, So when I got to the cast member to order, I asked her, when did the price of the corn dog go up? And she said it went up on September 1st. So a whole month ago, I did not even notice it. Now I'm kind of thinking, has it been a month since I've had a corn dog there? I'm not even sure about that. But yeah, so the corn dog price went up.
That would probably go along with then probably the maybe the raise of the prices of the stuff in Galaxy's Edge, because you said that you think that the one item was already raised when you were there with Bubba, and that was within the last month,
Right.
during September. So
That was the 17th.
yeah, so that would definitely fall into that same that timeline then if they raised all the prices on September 1st.
Yeah, because now we're getting or we're hearing that prices in Olga's cantina went up.
Supposedly to match prices with what they are in Florida, but if anything, they just raised the prices and then they raised the prices in Florida to match here.
Something like that, probably.
Especially if the prices went up on September 1st, because that's obviously the only thing that was going on September 1st was AP previews. So who knows how much the prices were when the AP previews were going on, and or if they've raised prices already since they actually opened. But yeah, we're getting just not going to go into any details, just to let you know that things have gone up anywhere from $1 to the for single drinks, single beers and stuff, to $10 for the Rancor beer flight, of which used to be $75. Now you can expect to pay $85 for that. So just keep that in mind next time you get over to Oga's. And whereas before you didn't really need too much of a reservation to get into Oga's, but lately you've definitely been needing a reservation. In fact, they're pretty much booked up all through at least this weekend and possibly into next week. So just keep that in mind for your visits to Black Spire.
All right, so when I was there on the Saturday, I tried the, what was it called? The blood orange slush, the one that Dan tried.
Okay.
Over at the Galactic Grill.
All right.
Yeah, so, but real quick before that, during the day on Saturday, Giselle the Gazelle texted me, and she was there in the parks, and she was trying to mobile order over at Bengal Barbecue, and it came up on the app that it wasn't available to mobile order. Dan also told me that he was having problems with the app. Well, not problems with the app, but it was taking long. He mobile ordered, say he was there, and it was taking forever for him to get his order, his food. So when I was on Saturday, I did my mobile order. First of all, I was in line and it was just taking way too long. So I was like, I'm gonna just move my order, that drink because I was waiting in line with Miles. He was getting a chicken sandwich, so I was like, I just mobile ordered so real quick, and then I put mobile order. It went through. I put I'm here, and then by the time it said it was ready, I go up there, and it was like a madhouse just to try to get your food. There were so many people there, and like I don't know how they were working, and it was just weird. So I'm waiting for someone to help me, and then finally I get someone, and I told them my order number, and they're looking all over for it. They can't find it. I said, it's just a blood orange slush, and then finally she sees it and gives it to me. So that's another thing about it was getting pretty busy during that weekend. A lot of people were mobile ordering, so that was the first time I had any, that took forever for me to get my food. But anyway, I tried the blood orange slush. It's really good. It's a little sour, bitter tasting, but not bad. Not bad. Yes, yummy.
It is a blood orange slush with a swirl of raspberry sauce and a glow cube.
Yeah, good old Mad Tea glow cubes. Gotta keep those in stock. Yeah, so it's pretty good. If you guys want to try this slush, I recommend it, and you guys can always let us know what you thought of that. So while I was there over at the Galactic Grill, I was getting my my paper straw, and I noticed that they have ketchup dispensers there now. Now they have the ketchup dispensers around the parks in certain areas, but I think that this is probably the last spot that got it. I haven't really checked all the other spots. I just know that the corn dog wagon over there at of course by Plaza, they started with the dispensers. I'm not sure about Hungry Bear. Last time I was there, they still had packets. So obviously they're getting rid of ketchup packets, giving you or putting out the dispensers, which I really don't like. Because I need packets. I need to squeeze my ketchup on my corn dog or my.
Do they have the little cups like at Arby's? Well,
yes.
You can still squeeze out of that. You just you fill it up and then you squeeze it out of that. It's the same thing.
But you don't know me. I make a mess of things. So obviously they're getting rid of ketchup packets. I didn't notice if they had any other like the mustard packets. Cause I know they had mustard packets there at the Galactic Grill. I didn't notice that. I was just trying to hurry and get my straw. But yeah, that's something I noticed there. And I think over at Award Wieners also has dispensers. And speaking of Award Wieners, since they made that new entrance for the Sunset Showcase Theater that you have to go over around the corner to sit down, well, they changed it. Now they made an opening so you can actually go back into going like you did before, and then you can go to the right and find a seat. So I noticed that when we went to go see the preview that
the opening is shared now. There's a little
because they had a rail
that
cut off so you couldn't go get a seat. So they took out the railing, and now you can actually go inside and go find a seat.
Probably because people are stupid and they were trying to explain to them how to get to it and they couldn't figure it out.
Or maybe people are going over the rails on a crazy train.
Yeah.
So yeah, I noticed that they did that. I thought that was kind of funny. So there's a lot of fat time food that I want to try. Next on the list is the wedding cake.
Real quick, you're getting back to the corn dog real quick. Did you go over to Stage Door and verify the usual math over there?
No, I didn't get a chance to go check that out.
So that'll have to be on the list because every time the prices go up at the corn dog cart, now they have corn dogs over at Stage Door Cafe, and one of the things that he always has to do is go over there because they doesn't have the tax included.
Right.
So you have to kind of figure out that it looks less, but it's actually the same because it's with tax.
Plus tax, yeah.
Plus tax. So that's usually one of the things that he has to do is go verify that the prices. Because one time the price didn't go up at one of the places, right? Was it one of the three places the price didn't go up?
Maybe.
the same amount, and that one of the places was still slightly cheaper. I think it was Stage Door or it was Corn Dog Castle.
I believe it's the castle.
One of the places hadn't gone up the full amount. And just one more note about the corn dogs, that it has been pretty consistent over the past, 5 years of us monitoring, 5+ years of us monitoring corn dog prices, that it has been 50 cents pretty much. So that means that the next increase, most likely next year, we will break $10 on corn dogs, which is a sad day.
Well, don't forget that the corn dog price did go down to $9.29 because they were up at almost $10, and then they went down to $9.29, which was a major shock to me.
Because nothing ever goes down.
No.
Yeah, because we had thought that it was going to hit $10 last year, I think, but then it had went down.
Right.
Yeah, because that's right. We were up to like $9.85 or something like that,
I think that sounds about
something like
right.
that. Because then at the same time that the corn dogs went up, the Hot Link corn dog at Corn Dog Castle had broken the $10 mark.
Right. So real quick too, on that Friday or on that Saturday, Miles wanted a churro, so I went with him to go get
Churro Gannon.
We got a regular churro. I was this close on trying the Maleficent one, but I was like, no, I'll just get a regular one. And
You mean you didn't get the Arendelle Aqua?
no, that one didn't have it. So we were at the churro cart by the castle, and they actually have, I don't know if all of the places have this now, I'm not sure, but they are now taking chip. You can put your chip into the credit card
after
machine.
all this time?
Yeah.
After all this time.
I know I heard before that some
They've
places,
had the chips for 3 years now?
probably 2.
2 years?
Maybe coming up on 2 or something like that.
Man.
But yeah, I heard some places had the chip, or you can go ahead and use a chip with the credit card machine thing. But this one had it. I said, because when she was doing the total and everything, and I was like, I'm going to use my card. Basically the screen was way different than what I've seen before. Because usually it just says Disneyland ready and tells you to just slide your card.
Right.
This one actually had this is what you got in the total. I'm like, whoa, I've never seen that screen before. And then I saw
Fancy.
Then I saw a chip, insert or slide. I was like, oh wow, they had the chip card there. And I'm going to show Anthony this picture real quick. What do you see on there?
Oh, is that churro sugar
Yeah.
all over the frickin'...
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, am I supposed to be looking at the keypad? But then all of a sudden I realized, no, there's sugar all... That's gross. I hope they get like a compressed air or something, blow that out every now and
There's
then.
churro sugar and
All up in the
cinnamon
cracks.
all over the credit card machine. I didn't notice that until I looked at my picture later. I was like, oh.
That's dirty.
Yeah. Good thing you just put the card in. And
You don't have to touch it.
Exactly.
That stuff's going to get moldy.
So, yeah, I noticed that over there. Not sure if everyone has those yet or you can use it yet, the chips, but I'll find out later. Pretty cool.
All right, so continuing on with the last thing of Fat Time, and that is in conjunction with Gay Days returning to the Disneyland Resort this weekend. And, of course, with that comes merchandise and goodies with rainbows galore. So you got a lot of clothing and merchandise and cinch sacks and stuff, but also we got cookies and macarons and cheesecake and cake and drinks and even a Hoppy Pride Pilsner.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So all of that will presumably be available this starting on, I don't know, when does that usually start on Friday?
Yes, Friday.
Okay, so usually starting on Friday. Yeah, the 4th through the 6th. And then, of course, they'll have that all weekend. And then, of course, as always, if there's any leftover, it'll be available into next week. But at that point, supplies are, while available. So get to the perks this weekend and get your Pride on and get your rainbow goodies on.
Anthony showed me the picture of the cake. Told me what it was. and I think I might want to try that. We'll see what happens.
Yes,
There will be pictures.
definitely.
Hey, so guess what?
What?
You know that they're saying that they don't have the attendance for Galaxy's Edge, and all week long last week they were putting Galaxy's Edge in TV shows and everything.
Right.
Did you see any of those shows?
I saw all of but the first half hour of the one.
No. I'm talking about the
Oh,
the
you mean all the
Goldbergs.
others? No, I didn't see any of that stuff. No.
Okay.
No.
So I watched the Goldbergs because I was kind of excited. I'm we heard like a month or whatever before that they were there filming,
Right.
and I was excited to see that. I always like to watch the shows that go to Disneyland, even if it's a show I don't watch. I want to watch because I want to see what they do. So I watched the Goldbergs one, and it was kind of cool because they were doing the vacation, movie.
I
thing.
saw something about how they had recreated the old Disneyland parking lot.
Okay, I didn't see that. To me, it looked like the parking lot over there, the cast parking where you park by the structure.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I guess it was supposedly them recreating the old parking lot. I guess
That's what it looked like to me.
if it didn't look like the old parking lot, then they
No.
didn't do a very good job.
It
Then.
did look like that to me.
Okay.
Anyway, so I watched it. It was pretty cool, but it's funny because they basically did everything in the movie. Vacation is a great movie,
Right.
but when they get to Disneyland, they do the like when they get to Wally World, it's closed.
Right. And Anthony Michael Hall, who of course played Rusty in the original Vacation movie, was the stand-in for the role of John Candy, who was the security guard at Wally World, who then gets kidnapped with a with a pellet gun.
I mean, so yeah, they recreated that scene, and it was just them in front of the gate, and then the front, like the middle gate, just them in front, and then they went in and just went on Big Thunder, just footage of them on Big Thunder, and that was it. I was like kind of expecting more.
Right.
I wanted more, more of the park, but they talked about Star Tours, but they didn't even go on Star Tours.
It would have been very difficult for them to, because everything's changed so much, to try and make it look like it's whatever year they're supposed to be in.
Well, if you think about it, they can go ahead and film in Star Tours queue line. C-3PO hasn't changed.
Right. I mean, yeah, if they had filmed that way, but you wouldn't be able to film from the outside because the outside looks completely different now. But I mean, just like there's probably more. Yeah, they could have done. There are places that still look the same that they could have. I guess Big Thunder is the most obvious because it's probably the one the area that or the thing that has changed least. So I guess I don't know.
I'm just thinking. What I'm saying is that they use too much of their time in other places than at Disneyland.
Right.
Disneyland was the final spot they went to, and it was just real quick, and that's what I was disappointed with.
Does he punch Mickey Mouse in the nose?
No.
Oh, well, then they missed a opportunity there.
They were mentioning Galaxy's Edge or having some type of, like one of the shows, one of the characters in the show wore a Galaxy's Edge shirt. I think that was in The Rookie or something.
Oh, okay.
And
because I was going to say, obviously Goldbergs wouldn't be able to have
right.
anything with Galaxy's Edge because it's out of time.
Well, funny you should say that. Is because Adam wants to go on Star Tours.
Right.
And he said, wouldn't it be cool if you could just have a whole land of Star Wars?
Oh my God.
So, yes, they threw in Galaxy's Edge right there.
And there you go.
So, yeah, they've been doing that all week long. I know they had, I think on Dancing with the Stars, they had something about Galaxy's Edge too. I didn't see that. I know Disney sent out a tweet today about it, and maybe they'll give you a rundown. Maybe they put a video out of all the hidden Galaxy's Edge on the shows from this past week. Since like I said, they're saying that attendance is down because people are not going to Galaxy's Edge, so they decided, hey, let's throw these in the shows this week, and let's do a TV special. Kind of like back in the day, when they used to do TV specials about the one that's been going around the internet is the video from Splash Mountain with Scott Valentine singing. He used to be on Family Ties. He was Nick. Hey. So...
Now, keep in mind that the special had to have been planned probably back in August, maybe, when attendance was low,
right?
And they were having issues. Obviously, now things are starting to pick up, and they didn't really need it, but they already had it planned, so there wasn't really much they could do at that point. I mean, they had already filmed all the stuff. Some of it was filmed in Florida. You could tell that some of it was filmed here because that just based on things that are already going on. I don't remember. There were specific things I remember. Well, that had to have been on here because Florida's only been open for 2 days, and they obviously wouldn't have had time to do it.
Yeah, some of the interviews that the people that were interviewing was saying like, oh, blah 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 in Florida and here. And they were sitting right here in Galaxy's Edge.
Right.
So, yeah. I watched that special that came on Sunday. It was Sunday, right?
Yeah, that was on the channel formerly known as ABC Family. The channel not to be named. It was on Sunday because it overlapped with Sunday Night Football. And I had originally thought that it was supposed to be on at 8 o'clock because I kept seeing something about 8 o'clock. Then Dan had even been texting me or messaging me, and I saw it, and he said something about 8 o'clock. But then I go on there to look. Oh, it came on at 7 o'clock, so I missed the first half hour.
Oh, that's what happened.
And I was basically flipping back between that and football. So, I did see majority of it, basically 3/4 of it. So, it was better than I thought it would be.
I agree.
Some of it was silly.
Yeah, of course.
Some of the stuff with Key was pretty funny. He pronounced things kind of weird. I don't know if that's he choosing to pronounce things differently than what we've thought about things in our head, or if that's how he was told to say it, and we've been saying things wrong in our head. Because definitely one thing is people were pronouncing Batu a little bit different ways.
Batu.
A lot of people pronouncing it Batu, which I've never heard it pronounced with the emphasis on the A rather than the T. So I don't. So in other words, we've been saying it wrong all this time. It's Batu, apparently, not Batu. So Batu you. And then the other one was we've been pronouncing the thing that Luke gets the milk from as a thalasiren. He pronounces it thalasiren. And Key pronounced it thalasiren. So I don't even know how to say it anymore. It's that thing with the nipples.
Well, there you go. I thought the special...
I have nipples. Are you going to milk me?
Whoa. All right. So,
sorry, a little bit of Robert De Niro there.
I thought the special was cool. It reminded me of the old ones, like I was talking about before. But it was a big infomercial, and I thought it was funny how they threw in the Starship Cruiser experience.
And I bet that wasn't even originally supposed to be part of it, but then they did the reveal, and they just figured, we'll just throw that in at the end. I did like, though, that it wasn't just all celebrities and stuff. They did have several Imagineering people, Disney people, Doug Chang.
My friend.
Your friend Doug Chang had a prominent things that he was talking about. People from the Disneyland Story Group. Different people from Imagineering. So it was kind of neat to have all those different things. And one of the most interesting things that I think that kind of confirmed something that I had been thought based on other things that have been said over the last couple of years, and that's the timeline of when Galaxy's Edge was originally conceived. Now, obviously, we heard about it summer of 2015 at D23, and it was at D23. Yeah. It wasn't Celebration. It was D23 that we first heard about Galaxy's Edge, and I thought it was funny. I don't know if you noticed during when it was showing Iger announcing Galaxy's Edge from Celebration or from D23 in 2015. Then it would cut and show the crowd from Celebration Chicago.
I saw that. I
I'm like,
noticed that.
What is that?
Everyone has lightsabers.
Everyone has lightsabers. I'm like, that's not even the same crowd.
I know.
Like you're totally showing the crowd reactions to not even that. And I thought that was really funny editing.
I thought so too.
But the thing that I thought was most interesting was one of the Imagineers made the comment that they came up to him and the other people that were going to start the pre-production, the initial concepts for Galaxy's Edge, in its infancy. And he says that they came up to them and said, what if we had this property and you could make a land out of it? What would you do? That implies to me that they were thinking about this before the sale, the Star Wars sale, before the sale of Lucasfilm to Disney. So that means all the way back 2013, maybe even 2012, because the sale was 2013, right? I don't remember exactly when. It was mid 2013 or like April or something. So if they're coming to Imagineers before the sale saying, what if we have this property, that definitely implies that they were talking about it before they even had it.
Right.
It may even have been one of their major things of wanting to have the property was so that they can make the land. I don't know why they would have needed to own the property to make the land, unless it was just like kill two birds with one stone. We could churn out movies, plus we can get land out of it. But that definitely indicates that at least as far back as early 2013, so 6 years they've been working on Galaxy's Edge, that they've known what they were doing with Galaxy's Edge. It annoys me even more because now I know that they knew what they were doing for 2 years, and then all of a sudden Chapek shows up and says, no, we're just going to do all this stuff. You can't do it anymore. To which I say, F you, Bob Chapek, because you're a jerk. Cole Glazer may have been shit, but you're even shittier. But yeah, it just because there's been a lot of things that people have said, oh, well, this is just blah, blah, blah. You're just doing this because of... there was a lot of people saying that a lot of things to do with Galaxy's Edge were because of Last Jedi or because of Force Awakens or because of fan backlash to this or fan backlash to that. No, obviously they were wanting to do this as far back, long before the movies had even been announced, long before we even knew who was in the movies, long before we even knew who the director was for Force Awakens, long before the fandom menace even existed, long before whiny crybabies started complaining about Disney Star Wars, long before any of that, they came up to Imagineers and said, what if you can do this? And they did it.
Right.
They did it. They did what the best they could do. Now, obviously, it's not exactly what they envisioned at the beginning because Bob Chapek is a piece of shit. And a jerk, and a cheapskate, and a bunch of other words that I won't say because he doesn't know how to beep things out. Yeah, I just thought it was very interesting to learn that, and that confirms what I've suspected for a long time is that the concepts, I figured the concepts for Galaxy's Edge went all the way back to at least 2014 because they would have had a lot of pre-concept time before they even announced it. So I figured that it went back at least that far. But this confirms that at least it went back another year, if not 2 years. So I think it's very interesting that it was worked on for that long.
Now, I saw someone post that the Rise of the Resistance is going to be like a 15-minute experience.
Yeah.
I did not read anything about it. I just saw the headline.
I think that was implied in the during the show. It was kind of implied. I don't remember if Kaylee Kuko, who's the one who gives us kind of the tour of Rise of the Resistance, I don't remember if she says something like that or if it was part of another press release or something. But yeah, the whole experience, we had heard the 15 minutes, remember, months ago. We had heard the 15-minute thing.
Well,
from
it was
beginning to end, from the moment you get on the...
It was 20-something minutes.
Oh, 20-something minutes.
That's what I'm like wondering.
It depends on when they count it starting. Do they count it from when you get off of the transport and onto the Star Destroyer? and the actual ride begins, or are they counting from when you get on the transport and that whole part of the ride? So it really depends on what you consider the beginning of the ride.
Well, my point is like, if it was supposed to be a 20-something minute, whatever it said, and now it's 15, that Bob changed that too?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's... Beep, 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 beep. Blah, 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 blah.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, the special was cool. I like the fact that not only that, you get to see but Batu and all the the stars in there and doing their funny stuff, but hearing the Imagineers and the people from Star Wars, the Star Wars group, tell you how it came about and all that, the story about it. I thought that was really cool, even though a lot of stuff we already knew about the concept of the planet where you're at. There's other people who don't even know about it, and they watch the video or they watch the show, and now they know, oh, this is what Batu is all about. I'm going to be doing that from now on. Batu. Hey, guess what, Anthony? No, we're still on Batu.
Okay.
Anthony gets to visit Batu on Friday.
Yes, I do.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. I won't get to visit Oga's Cantina because they're all full up. As I was saying, they're being busy. But yes, I look forward to my...
I'm kind of excited too.
For me?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I'm excited because Anthony knows like everything there is to know about Star Wars.
Well, I don't know about everything.
Well, you know a lot more than I do.
Okay, well that goes without saying.
Whatever that means. But the thing is I'm looking forward to going in there with you and you pointing out stuff that you know that I don't know. That's what I'm waiting for.
You haven't been there with anybody like that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't. Maybe Bubba, but we didn't go around looking at stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that'd be cool.
Some of that might have to wait until another time because we're gonna get there kind of late. So I don't know. It's gonna be already getting dark. I will get to see Batu for the first time. In the dark, which was kind of cool because I've seen in a lot of pictures
without the monsters.
Yes. So that's got to be kind of cool, but we will definitely have to make another trip on the weekend when we can see it during the day, and then try to get a reservation for Oga's. But I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'll be glad to have other people there to share that experience. Should try and see if Dan's available on Friday, or if he has softball or dodgeball or curling or something else going on with his kids, or some I don't know, something to do with kids. So I'll have to message him and see, or if you hear this, Dan, tomorrow, be there.
There you go.
Anybody else who has nothing going on Friday, Giselle? Unless you're in Florida. All right, so a couple weeks ago, I told you that Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure, the television show, is going to be coming back. That will be coming back next Monday, so just make sure you guys note that if you guys have been watching that. That starts up in the morning on Monday the 7th. And then just announced last week, if you guys have been watching Star Wars Resistance, the TV show, not the ride, it will be returning on Sunday the 6th. So make sure you guys check your DVRs and make sure you have that set to record. Obviously, along with everything else that's coming up new and all that stuff. So make sure you guys have that. Of course, in a couple months, we have... Disney Plus, and you guys heard about the announcement about Obi-Wan, of course. We told you guys about it. Well, now we have a director for the Obi-Wan show. We don't know if she's going to direct all the episodes, or if she's just going to be the director of the directors, or if she's the showrunner, or they're just saying she's director. But basically, the first name attached to the Obi-Wan series is Deborah Chow. She is known for directing for them. She impressed them enough. She directed one episode of The Mandalorian and clearly impressed enough in that one directing job. But she has also directed episodes of Better Call Saul and other shows that I should have probably had off the top of my head besides that one. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that and finding out more details about all that. They also announced that they had a writer. I don't have his name in front of me, but and then of course the other big announcement we got last week besides that was basically they're in the you get a Star Wars, you get a Star Wars, everybody gets Star Wars if you're white.
Whoa.
A guy. Oh. So we got the announcement that the master of Marvel, the MCU himself, Kevin Feige, will be moving on to a galaxy far, far away, and he will be getting his own Star Wars. We don't know what that means. We don't know if it's a series. We don't know if he's going to be getting like a side series like Rian Johnson or the Game of Thrones guys, or if maybe perhaps he's going to be helming the next of the continuation of not obviously the Skywalker saga, but shall we say maybe the Rey saga or the Finn saga or whoever's left over that wants to continue on with Star Wars at the end of Rise of Skywalker, whatever happens at the end of that. Surely characters that the newer characters will move on to other stories at some point. Presumably that would be the beginning of maybe another trilogy or another series of movies. Somebody's going to have to helm that. I don't see why maybe that's Feige. Obviously, he's being put in charge, so he's going to be like producer. So maybe he's going to be moving on from the MCU to this, or he's going to be doing double duty. We don't know. Hey, you said duty. So we don't know what's going to happen. He's a producer, so he does have, obviously, a lot of people were like, oh, another white guy. I made the joke. But obviously, if he's just the producer, he has a history, especially recently, since he's had more free reign over decisions to hire more diverse actors, more diverse creators, directors, everything. So anybody worried about that should just look at his track record more recently with Marvel movies. And at least have a little bit more hope and not always be so negative. It's all early in the process. We'll just have to see what happens. Obviously, from the fandom menace, there's been rumors in the past about Feige taking over for Kathleen Kennedy. Who knows? That may be in the cards later on. But for now, it just seems like he's getting a Star Wars. We don't know what it is, but just notch it up there to another Star Wars that we'll be getting under, as part of the, ongoing Star Wars universe. And we'll just have to see what that means later on.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, so if you have any thoughts on any of those things, of course, you can always send us mail, mousepire@gmail.com. So with that being said, let's find out what we got in the mail this week.
All right. Well, our first email is from Wreck-It Rachel.
Yeah.
Her subject line is Target. Hello, I have a Target Disney store update. A place has been cleared for it and construction sort of began. It's right at the beginning of the toy section, right next to the children's clothes in front of the TVs. I took some pictures and they aren't very exciting, but that's what's happening. It doesn't look very big, smaller than the holiday section, in the back where it changes from summer to back to school to Halloween to
definitely know
Christmas,
where you're talking about.
and so on. We shall see. I'll keep you updated when something else happens. My friends and I haven't been to the Halloween party in 2 years, but we definitely will be going next year. That Oogie Boogie Bash stuff all looks awesome, especially the lights. I do hope they put a Friday or a Saturday back in the schedule. I'm not betting on it, but it'd be nice. Talk to you soon, Rachel. And so she sent some pictures with some construction things going on there. It's pretty cool. All right, well, Rachel, hopefully they do add in at least one weekend day next year. We'll see what happens with that. And thank you for your email, Wreck-It Rachel. All right, our next email is from Giselle the Gazelle. Her subject line is Rose Gold on a Budget. Oh, man, so much to say. Oogie Boogie Bash was very fun. I went Sunday the 22nd, and it was as reported, pretty empty. There were 0 lines for the trails, not that many people in my way, and actually it was fun. A fun time. I do have to say, Villains Grove was the bomb. Talk about immersive. My favorite part was the Queen of Hearts garden because it smelled like roses. That part was pretty cool. Anthony, you got to go and check out the video because it's really, really awesome. But the close second was the part with the trees and the deer. The lights were going up, the trees and the lighting and fire atmosphere while there was a storm brewing. It was amazing. I didn't get to see the World of Color show, but got on almost every ride, obviously.
Monsters After Dark!
It was great, and I'm going again on October 22nd. So a month later, she'll be going again. I'm sure it will be more packed since it's closer to Halloween, but I'm going with my bestie, so it should be the bomb. I did some shopping this weekend and was actually in line behind a couple that bought a set of the Heidi Klum ears.
Wow.
The lady wore them outside of the store to the parking lot. I mean, okay. I was in line to buy my rose gold Minnie Mouse ring, and I was thinking that was even too expensive. Anyway, can't wait to hear the news and to hear you clown the $600 ear buyers. Hugs, not drugs.
You notice she didn't say how much her rose gold ring was. Conveniently. $250.
That's true.
I mean, it couldn't be any more than a trip to Florida. Maybe it'll keep the coyotes away.
There you go. All right, thank you for your email, Giselle the Gazelle. I appreciate your report on Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes, thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yes, no one there, and it was sold out. I don't understand that part. All right, so the next email is from Dan the Mailman, and his subject line is, I never got to say goodbye. No. Oh, never mind. All right, so he says, to the electrical parade, but it's okay because how long do you think it will be until we see it again?
It's too late.
So went the final weekend, forgetting it was the final weekend in order to try to get my Oogie Boogie button, and they were already out. Dirty.
Shocker.
Now, it went there on that Saturday, like I said, because Friday I forgot to go over there and get the button. So on Friday, we all went over there, and they're all, oh, where are the buttons? They just had the magnets. I was like, oh, well, okay. How are they out buttons but still have plenty of magnets? Don't get it. The park was packed, and Disney even sent out a tweet that people should see The Late Show. Went over to DCA instead because I hadn't seen the decor there. Just decided to mobile order a sandwich at Pacific Wharf Cafe and got done dirty. Never got an indication that it was ready. Just went into the pickup line in the restaurant and they were just giving people what they ordered there. Never did get a notification that it was ready, but I sure got the email that they charged me.
Super dirty.
Bad stuff. Well, that didn't happen to me. Went to Cars Land to check out the stuff and take pictures. Messed around and took a lot of pictures, even got to see a former student who I hadn't seen in a while and got a picture with her there. Only right that night was Mater's Graveyard Jamboree, since we spent so much time taking pictures. Over to Buena Vista Street to check out the atmosphere and Headless Horseman there, and more pictures while the kids enjoyed a slushie from the spot over by Ramones that finally worked. You know what? We talked about how that spot is it's open, but they're not ready. The thing's not working. I think maybe it's working now because the summer's done and there's no sun over there, and it's probably finally getting slushy. I don't know. But yeah, that's one of the spots I've only been there, tried the stuff there once, and every other time it was like closed. Got some popcorn and ended up walking away with the Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket. The stupid light up eyes in the dark sold me on it. A little more shopping and we were on our way home. Actually, taking a break this week from the park, a super busy week, and some other stuff on the weekend. So I will probably return next weekend, trying to get that pick with the Hitchhiking Ghost. See you all soon. Dan out.
Speaking of popcorn buckets, I just wanted to tell a story real quick that I showed you that the Tron light cycle popcorn bucket that Karen brought me back from Shanghai. Since we've gotten it, we put it up on top. We have a space in our room that's above the closet. That's like a place where you can, you've seen, right? We put it up there. There's a button on the bottom of it that turns on the lights. But it doesn't seem like something that could just be pressed, arbitrarily. But we have had at least, I think, 3 separate occasions where we've gone into the room and the light cycle was on.
Spooky.
So we have a haunted light cycle from Shanghai.
Cool. So Dan's going to be busy this weekend. He can't go to Disneyland with you.
Oh, why? What did he say he was doing?
Just stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, you suck. See if I invite you anywhere. Next time. Don't worry. We'll meet up there.
All right. Well, thank you for your email there, Dan, the mailman. And actually, I was texting with him while I was there on Saturday. And, yeah, he was doing this. I was doing that. It was kind of, hard to, meet up and, say what's up.
So you guys were both there, but you didn't even see him?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's what happens when he's with his entourages.
Who, me or him?
Him.
Oh. I would say me because I was at the time going on Monsters After Dark, had the DAS pass for this ride and that.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking advantage of that.
He usually always has either his family or he's with a bunch of kids or something.
A bunch of kids.
I don't know how Dan rolls.
All right, so hey, if you guys watched that Galaxy's Edge TV special, or maybe you saw hints of Galaxy's Edge on ABC during their shows, let us know what you thought of that. Or if you've been to Oogie Boogie Bash and you want to tell us about your experience there, all you have to do is email us.
mousepire@gmail.com.
Do you have a special occasion coming up? Looking to personalize your trip with a keepsake? Create customized buttons for birthdays, engagements, family vacations, even bridal parties, or just because. Check out buttonsbydiggs.com today. Buttons by Diggs, Buttons by Diggs. Remember, those are buttons, not pins.
All right, so that's going to do it for this episode of the MousePIRE Podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, we will be at the parks on Friday.
And by we, that actually finally includes me.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Miles.
I know. Yeah, so MousePIRE will be together again at the parks for the first time in
We're going to be doing a lot of photo ops.
Yes, we will be doing photo ops.
You guys want to do a meet and greet?
Yes, if you guys want to do a meet and greet, old-fashioned style meet and greet.
Just meet us at Batu.
Yes, meet us at the old Batu. And feel free to get your Thala Siren milk and meet us over by
the nipple.
The nipple.
There's a lot of stuff going on at the parks. Of course, you have Oogie Boogie Bash. So those of you who are still waiting for your party, hope you guys have a great time. Get a lot of candy. Make sure you take a backpack or take a cinch sack backpack. Take something because the little bags they give you are not going to hold a lot. So make sure you take something. You must have a backpack so you can put all the candy in there, or else you could be carrying plastic bags of candy.
Yeah, the only problem with always with going to the party so early in the schedule is that you already feel like it's not even October yet. You already feel like Halloween's over for you because you've already gone to your party. So once October gets here and everybody else is getting all excited for Halloween, you're just kind of like, well, I mean, I already did Halloween at Disneyland. I mean, I guess I still have Halloween at home.
There you go.
So, yeah, big difference from a few years ago. I keep talking about, because there's a lot of talk coming up about when the Rise of Skywalker trailer is going to be, because it's usually the trailers are always in October. And I always think about the story about when the Force Awakens trailer dropped on Monday Night Football right when we were going into Mickey's Halloween party.
Oh, yeah.
Which was on October 17th or something like that. October something 17th or 19th or something like that. Back in 2015, I guess it was. And so just those that many years ago, we were still going to the Halloween party in October.
Right.
But then now things have changed. But yeah, so you got that trailer. It's going to be coming up soon. So keep an eye out and ears out for when that will be. And of course, we'll let you know if we hear about it before it happens.
And if you're not going to any of the Oogie Boogie Bash parties, you still have Halloween in the parks. You can enjoy a lot of treats over there, like we told you about that monster chocolate cake. It was pretty good. And all the other stuff that they have for Halloween. You can go check out the wedding cake, which is over there at the French Market, I believe. So a lot of stuff that I still want to try. You have that blood orange slush over at Galactic Grill. So you got tons of things. You have a lot of ice creams. There's still that sour ice cream one I want to try. So, hey, you got a lot of stuff going on in the parks. And plus you have all the photo ops with Mickey and the gang in their Halloween costumes. So that's really cool.
Not to be confused with Kool and the Gang.
No. Get down on it. So, hey, other than that, I don't know. We'll be in the parks on Friday. That's about it.
Just a note for anybody that thinks that Halloween can't be contained in October and that you couldn't afford or you missed out on tickets for Mickey's Halloween party. I believe there's still tickets available for a Halloween haunt at or whatever it's called at our Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, which of course can't be contained by the month of October because they actually have dates all the way to the first weekend in November. So, which is actually on the lower end of the price spectrum. So if you guys didn't get to go to Mickey's Halloween party, I am actually suggesting that you could go to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, and those, like I said, tickets are still available. Last I checked for that, all the way through the weekend of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of November after Halloween. And those tickets are, I think, only like $80-something or something like that. So, more than half of what you would have been spending for Mickey's or Oogie Boogie Bash. Go check that out. Lots going on over there. Stranger Things, Ghostbusters, a lot of cool stuff that I've heard a lot of good things about. So we don't usually talk about a lot of the other parks, but this is one case where, with Halloween, with Oogie Boogie Bash being sold out, I don't mind suggesting other things to people. So of course, you can check us out on social media. We'll probably be posting some snappies on Friday. Of course, we're on Snapchat. We are MousePIRE on Facebook, and of course at MousePIRE on the Twitters and the Instagram.
And this is probably going to be, we'll be Anthony's first snappies in the parks. We've snapped here before. So yeah, I've been snapping a little bit. So yeah, make sure you check those out. You can check out my Instagram at Blue1313. Also follow Buttons by Diggs on Instagram. There you'll see your button always going out. Hey, don't forget to check out dgpclothing.com. Get your MousePIRE gear or get your own custom-made gear. I have some Halloween bags that I designed for Halloween time. So you can, that's basically those are the Sin Sack backpacks. And, you can put your candy in that. So hit me up for that. And we'll get those out to you. Don't forget you can support the podcast by going to patreon.com/MousePIRE. Check out the $3 special. Hey, $3 will go a long way. But not for a corn dog because they're $9.79 now. All right, don't forget you can also head over to YouTube to check out the podcast there. Just search MousePIRE Podcast and check out all the stuff going on. And don't forget you can also check out Villains Grove on the YouTubes and Villainous. So if you're not going to make it to the party, you're not going to be able to see those, go over to YouTube and check that out there.
It's the next best thing.
There you go. And, of course, you can also listen to us on radio.com. Subscribe and you'll be notified as soon as our podcast is released.
And until next time, remember, if you snooze, you lose by paying more for a corn dog and beer. So for Greta, Bree, and Chloe, I'm Anthony.
And I'm Diggs.
Bye.
Are you brainless?
Sometimes. This podcast is intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. Audio, sound bites, and other clips are property of their copyright holders. All original stuff is ours and property of MousePIRE.com. 1, 2, 3, 4. Downtown Disney has some stores.
I have his name in front of me, but I believe that I know that he's from someplace. I'll just leave that out.
Blappity bloop.
I did that today.
Ew.
So anyway,
Beep 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 beep. Blah, 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 blah. Monsters After Dark.